Hi there, folks. Welcome to part 2 of Pokemon Emerald. And so, here is the deal, ladies and gentlemen. Originally, this playthrough was going to be a dual playthrough, dual commentary. Me and my best friend both commentating, as we both did a randomized Pokemon challenge. Unfortunately, due to scheduling issues, that's not an option now, and so I'm doing a solo randomized Pokemon challenge. I had all the Hoenn-specific Pokemon randomized that I could get in Emerald, and 6 random ones popped out, and I'm kind of disappointed with the results. But anywho, we can get the first of these randomized ones here. So, sometime after I skip ahead in the future, I finally find the first Pokemon, and that is a Lotad. Now, here's the deal. As soon as I capture a Lotad, we're not allowed to use Torchic in battle anymore. Torchic will be designated to HM Servant at best. Mostly because I'm too lazy to catch another one right now. But, yes, the whole team is randomized. I do not get to keep using Torchic. And our next Pokemon that we can get won't be for a short while yet. So we're going to be stuck with Lotad for a while. This is a randomized team playthrough. I was debating about doing a Nuzlocke, but I decided I'm going to save that for Gen 4 because Gen 4 is my personal least favorite. That doesn't mean it's bad, it's just my least favorite. And it does require, I feel like it would require a little bit of sprucing up, and I think a Nuzlocke will do that. Anywho, we captured Lotad, and I decided to name it Martini. It is only level 3, and it only knows the attack Astonish, and of course Growl, but Growl's useless. Now, because of the fact that it only knows Astonish, I can't really use it all that well. Oh, and this is the last time we're going to be seeing the inside of the Pokemon Center. I think I said that last part, but I fucking lied. This is the last time, and the only reason I'm doing that is to show that I'm putting Torchic into the PC for now. Oh, for the record, the PC system's been completely redone. It is so much more convenient. We can choose to just move Pokemon around. We don't have to dick around with withdrawing, changing boxes, depositing, none of that. Anywho, because Lotad only knows the move Astonish... yes, I want to save now. Because it only knows the move Astonish, it needs to have something else. So I do have to train a little bit. So, let's jump ahead in time. So I did not get Lotad up that much higher. It's only at level 7. But it did learn another attack, and so I can proceed on now. And so that's what we're going to do. If you have Pokemon with you, then you're an official trainer. You can't say no to my challenge. Which I never did get that. Why can't I just say no? Why can't I just say I don't want to battle this kid? But anywho. So, here's how the battle system's gonna go. We're not gonna be seeing this take effect until, I think, next part. Because, well, most of these battles, they're the first battles we're getting into. So, of course, they're gonna have Pokemon we haven't seen. Such as Poochyena here, one of my favorite Pokemon in Gen 3. I'm kinda sad I didn't get that as one of my randomized. But the whole point of the randomized team is to get Pokemon I wouldn't normally use, and indeed I did. Indeed I did. But anywho, the way the battles are going to work this time around is that instead of just cutting what ones I feel aren't interesting, here's how it's going to go. Similar to how I did the wild Pokemon encounters for a while, I think, in Red or Crystal. Also, that's the shittiest fucking level up I've ever had. God damn it. So many zeros. Anyway, anytime we encounter a trainer that has a new Pokemon, we're going to see that battle. Like a Pokemon we haven't seen in battle yet, we're going to see that trainer battle. Anytime it's a trainer battle where there's nothing but Pokemon we've already seen, I'm going to be skipping it. Unless something significant happens or something I wish to show off. Or if it has some significance to plot or whatever. And yes, technically we did see a wild Wurmple, but we did not see one in a trainer battle, so here we go. Wurmple being the new Caterpie/Weedle of the game. In fact, Wurmple is a Pokemon that can evolve into 2 different lines. It can evolve into Dustox, which is more akin to Butterfree, I'd say. Well, actually, both of them are akin to Butterfree, more so than Beedrill. But regardless, it can evolve into Dustox, or it can evolve into Beautifly. Pokemon we're going to be seeing later. But, yeah, I actually like the concept behind Wurmple. It's pretty cool. Of course, though, Wurmple itself is absolute crap, but, you know, whatever. Huzzah! This battle up here is probably the sole reason why I felt like I needed to grind Lotad a little bit. Because I do remember this opening area fairly well, and I remembered that one of these trainers had the Pokemon that this kid has, which we're going to see in a bit. This battle takes a long time because of this, and because, well, my randomized team right now is not suited for this battle. One, I wouldn't be able to win this at all because Astonish is a Ghost-type attack. It does not work on Normal-type Pokemon, and so I would not be able to win. So that's reason number one why I felt the need to get Absorb. Actually, if we're going to get technical, that is the whole reason I felt like I needed to level up Lotad a tiny bit. Until it learned the move Absorb. But the Zigzagoon's not the problem. Not at all. Zigzagoon is... Actually, Zigzagoon's a fucking awesome Pokemon as far as an HM servant goes, but I'll get into that eventually. But Zigzagoon's not the problem. His next Pokemon is what the problem is here. The kid has a fucking Tailo. Tailo being the equivalent of, I'd say Spearow. It's this game's Spearow. All of the Pokemon games do this. They all have some kind of a bird Pokemon near the beginning of the game that you can get, and those Pokemon are usually great for early to mid-game, sometimes even late game. And so, yeah, this game does that too. But yeah, at level 3, Tailo knows Peck. Peck has a high critical hit chance, and it's a flying-type move. Lotad is Water/Grass type. Yes, Lotad is actually Water/Grass. I think this might be the only Water/Grass type in Pokemon. Even still, I'd have to look it up, but yeah. It's a very unique typing, and I actually like that a lot. I actually do like Lotad and Lombre and Ludicolo quite a bit. But not so much in Gen 3, but we'll get to that as the playthrough goes on. But because of the fact that Tailo is a flying type, that means it's going to kick my ass no matter what I do. This battle, I'm constantly worried that it's going to land a critical hit, because one critical hit will just make me lose completely. And because Tailo is flying/normal type, like almost all bird Pokemon, that means Astonish doesn't work on it, so there's, again, no way I could win this. This is far and away the most difficult fight that I'm going to have for quite a while. Luckily, I managed to get through it because of potions. That's why I bought potions. That was definitely the most difficult trainer in the opening area because, geez, a fucking Tailo. Ooh, berries! Berries! So yes, berries make a return, only they're a lot better in this game and in Gen 3 in general. The way the berry system works in this is that there are berry trees, such as this. And they're different berry trees have different berries. Like, we got Pekka? I don't know. We got some type of berry that starts with a P, and we got orange berries, which are the equivalent to just the regular old berries from Gold, Silver, Crystal. And as you can see, you can use them to heal or have your Pokemon hold on to them and they'll eat them in a dire situation. But the way the berries work, after you pick a berry, you can choose to plant it in soft soil and that'll sprout another tree. So if I were to plant, let's say, those two orange berries into the soft soil where I picked them, I could get 4 orange berries once those sprouted more berries. Once those trees grew and sprouted more berries. I'm going to go more into this, part 4, I think? But because that's when we start learning a lot more about the berries and whatnot. But yeah, it's a fun system, and I like it a lot. I do like it a lot. With that said, I never have my Pokemon hold berries. I never seem to have them hold berries. I just hold on to them as, like, status healing items and whatnot. Ooh, Shroomish. Shroomish is actually one of my favorite grass-type Pokemon. Or rather, what it evolves into is. which I know for a fact we'll see its evolved form later, so I'll save that. But Shroomish itself is actually a fairly decent Pokemon at this point in the game. One downside about Martini here being grass/water is that grass-type moves are actually just normal against it now, as opposed to not very effective. So that means that that means Shroomish's Absorb is a hell of a lot more useful than mine. But I do have Astonish, although it seems like it does about the same amount of damage. And Martini got poisoned by Shroomish's Pokemon ability, something new added to the games. Every single Pokemon has a special ability. It's an ability that's not really a move. It's not a move at all, in fact. It's just something that just happens. Shroomish's is Effect Spore, I believe it's called. It's either that or else Poison Body, I forget. I think it's Effect Spore. But when it comes into contact, when one of your Pokemon uses a move that, like, it's a contact move, such as Astonish, for example, it's something like a 30% chance of a status affliction happening to the Pokemon that use said move onto Shroomish. There are a shitload of abilities, and they're one of the new things that Gen 3 added to the whole Pokemon system that have just stayed all the way up through Gen 6. And I'm sure we'll be there when Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby come out. Super fucking excited for that, by the way. Can't wait. But, yeah, it's a fantastic thing. Gen 3 is kind of a step backwards from Gen 2, but at the same time, it's also a step forward. But, you know, I'm going to wait until later to go into that because, well, it's the beginning of the game. But yeah, Shroomish, not nearly as bad as Tailo, but it did take a bit, mostly because I don't have a very effective method for taking out grass types right now. But if we head down south, after we're done talking to her, I guess, if we head down south, we'll find a potion! Huzzah! Shut up! Free potions are always swell. So I'm going to be cutting out a fair amount of the visits to the Pokemarts as well, unless I'm buying something, you know, something interesting. But, ooh, a gym! Wait, why is this... Oh! Oh, it's our dad! I'm surprised you managed to get here by yourself. Oh, I see, you're with your Pokemon. Well, then I guess you're going to become a trainer, like me! That's great news. I'll be looking forward to it. Narcissist. I'd like to get a Pokemon, please. You're Wally, right? I'm going to go stay with my relatives in Verdanturf Town. Jeez. I thought I would be lonely by myself, so I wanted to get a Pokemon to bring along. But I've never caught a Pokemon before. So yes, this is our How to Catch Pokemon tutorial. A little more unique than most of the ones, but I really have to question why they're making us see this, considering we've had access to catching Pokemon for, what, this whole part? Well, hell, longer than that. Anyway, we need to help Wally catch a Pokemon, and by help they mean watch, of course. So let's see what he runs into. This fucking kid found a Ralts on his first time into the tall grass. Oh, god damn it. Wouldn't that just be a Nuzlocke dream? Ralts is a Pokemon you can actually catch in this opening area, and it actually turns into one of the best Pokemon ever made. I'm not kidding, I'm being quite literal there. It evolves into one of the best psychic Pokemon out there. But it's an incredibly rare encounter, so I wouldn't count on it too much, unless you're specifically looking. And as you can guess, of course Wally's going to capture the Ralts. Because it's the tutorial! You know, I have to point out, Gold, Silver, and Crystal gave us the option to skip these tutorials. Just saying. I did it! It's my Pokemon! Thank you, Gene! Let's get back to the gym. So, did it work out? Thank you! Yes, it did. Here's your Pokemon back. Thanks for coming along with me. You two are why I was able to catch my Pokemon. I didn't do anything, but okay. Now, Gene, if you want to become a strong trainer like me, head for Rustboro City. There you should challenge the gym leader, Roxanne. After her, go on to other Pokemon gyms and defeat their leaders. Collect badges from them, blah, blah, blah. He's a gym leader too, but we won't be able to battle him for quite a while yet.